What's up, YouTube? And it's Scotty Dog here, and it is your friendly bitch tit coming at you with another No Man's Sky video. Guys, I am so sorry I haven't uploaded anything in the last few days on my channel. I have been absolutely mentally busy at work, my proper job. It's been really crazy. I've had no time to do anything. So I'm now on here. I'm now doing a video for you guys today about No Man's Sky. And guys, basically today's topic is 10 burning questions answered about No Man's Sky. Now, as you're all aware, guys, No Man's Sky is going to be with us in less than a month's time. That is absolutely freaking epic, guys. I can't wait. So without further ado, guys, let's get into this. Okay. So the procedurally space exploration game is landing very, very soon. Here is everything that I know about No Man's Sky, or that has been kind of announced and teased and whatever so far about the game. Okay, so it's almost upon us, the long-awaited, highly anticipated space exploration game from Hello Games that will contain an entire universe, but only take up 6 gigabytes of space. Since it's gone gold and we don't expect any further delays, I really don't hope we don't get any more delays, guys. We thought it might be a good idea to recap everything we know about No Man's Sky. Okay, so moving on, guys. First question: how big is the universe in No Man's Sky? I've said this before, guys, but we're recapping, so here it is. It's sort of big, guys. Actually, it will pretty much contain 18 quintillion planets. And it is ridiculous. I didn't even run about to that number. It's crazy. Procedurally generated planets within this game, guys, it is stupid. That means it will take a single player roughly 500 billion years to visit each planet in No Man's Sky, which will be a bit tough considering our real universe will most likely be around and end in about 5 billion years from now. So that's pretty crazy. In fact, even the combined efforts of all the game's players will only be able to explore a tiny fraction of that massive universe. Most of it will be simply remain undiscovered and unseen. In a universe that big, expect to spend a lot of time alone. You'll be able to see the location of your friends on a galactic map, but it probably won't do you much good. It's more likely that you will simply be too far away from you to ever reach them. So guys, you're never going to be able to see your friends, really. You might here and there, it might on a rare occasion, but it's crazy. But this actually brings us on to the next question, guys. Is No Man's Sky a single player or multiplayer game? This has been answered before many times, guys, but obviously this is just a recap, as I said. This isn't the simple answer to completely, largely because Sean Murray of Hello Games, creator of No Man's Sky, has been a bit vague about it himself. So not even the director has given it away to us. The answer, ultimately, is that it's a bit of both. First, the chances of ever running into another player in the universe this huge are extremely slim. Even if 100 players land on the same planet at the same time, they wouldn't instantly be able to find each other. It's important to remember that No Man's Sky's planets are the size of real planets. Take our own planet. If there were 100 people on Earth, the odds of any 2 of them ever meeting are great, even if they wandered around on the surface for years. The same principle applies to No Man's Sky. That doesn't mean that players will never meet one another, but even if they do, Murray made it clear in an interview with Game Informer that No Man's Sky definitely isn't an MMO. I've touched upon this before, guys. I've said this before on a couple of videos I've done before. It's not designed to have a bunch of players all in the same place at the same time, playing alongside each other. However, the game is prepared in the unlikely event that you do come into contact with another player, due to the personal lobby that surrounds each player like a bubble. What we can do is, like many other games that have this, at that moment, when you are flying around and with an open lobby, Murray said, people are coming into that lobby and leaving it, like if you play Watch Dogs or something like that. Effectively, we have players joining it and your discrete space. We're not trying to make an MMO where it can play with literally 60,000 people on a screen. Essentially, think of No Man's Sky as a single player game that another player probably want, but might arrive in at some point. So, guys, it's highly unlikely we're going to get any other player in our lobbies, on our games. It's just, you're going to be on your own. This is a single player game, guys. A single player game. Okay, so that is the answer there for that question. If I do run into another player, how will I know? This is a tragic park. On a slim chance you do actually come across another player, you might not even notice. In-game, other players' ships won't be tagged with a player's name or any other indication that lets you know they're a human pilot and not an AI. So you could just buzz right by each other and never know you were each other passing another human being. How sad is that? That's crazy. They might release something, guys, in the future for a DLC or something like that to update that a little bit. We don't know. However, Murray said player models will look different than anything else in the game. So if you do meet another player walking on the surface of a planet, they should at least stand out. And seeing another player will effectively be the only way anyone will know what players look like, since it's a first-person game and you can't look at yourself. Not that spotting another player will answer all the questions though. You effectively see their suit actually, Murray said, so you won't know what's inside. It still won't answer for people whether you are an alien or whether you are a human or what you look like. So there's kind of the answer, guys, to that question. They might release an update so they make it a little bit easier for you to kind of see the other players, but I very, very highly likely doubt that. Cool, moving on, guys. The next kind of question, or next kind of like thing I'll discuss on is, can I play offline? Yes, No Man's Sky will be playable offline, though your discoveries won't be shared with others until you connect to the game's servers. Likewise, you won't be able to view the discoveries of others unless you connect. And, as you expect, the very slim chance of encountering another player will drop to absolute zero. So you're not going to find anybody else, guys, if you are offline. Next question. So, I'm in a huge universe, mostly alone. What will I do? Like other space games such as Elite Dangerous, you need to make money, and some of that can come from exploring a few of those 18 quintillion planets. In terms of exploring, Murray told us, you need to have an upgraded suit to be able to survive in toxic environments and various different types of liquid. You need an upgraded ship so that you can have a bigger hyperdrive and travel to more far-flung places. For all those things, you need money. You can earn that as an explorer by exploring. So there's a core loop there. Pretty epic, guys. You know what I mean? Go out, kill all the pirates, get some money. Nice. Some planets, we don't know what the percentage will have alien life forms in it, which are also procedure generated and animated. During a hands-on event on PlayStation Build, we got to explore a few planets and discover several different types of creatures, including what appeared to be some sort of alien Yeti rabbit. Discovering creatures earns you money too. You won't be surprised to learn that you can also earn money by mining both asteroids and planets, a tradition in space games. Asteroids can be blasted as you fly by, and their minerals can be scooped up in your ship. On the surface of a planet, a mining tool will let you blast rocks, crystals, and even reveal caves containing resources which you can sell on or craft into products for sale or trade. We don't know a heck of a lot about the crafter yet, guys, aside from the basics. During my hands-on with the session, we only use resources to make fuel and repair our spacesuits. So, that's what I'm saying, there is very, very little, guys, that's actually been announced. That it's a very secretive game. There's also combat. Some alien creatures are hostile and will attack you. Ultimately, you can also attack non-hostile creatures. Their planets are guarded by patrolling robots that will attack you if you start doing too much damage. There's space combat as well, as you will encounter space pirates in your travels across the universe. So this all sounds pretty cool, guys. There's alien robots, there's space travels, pirates, there's space combat. You can blow up comets and asteroids. It is pretty freaking sweet, guys. I can't wait. Okay, next question, guys. Can I leave my mark on the planets I visit? In some ways, you can. If you discover a planet or a creature, you can name it and add it to the galactic index. It will bear the name forever, or at least until the universe ends, and other players coming across it will know that you discovered it first. So if I found a planet first, guys, I can name it whatever I bloody well want. You won't really need to be able to leave a physical mark on the game. However, at least not on the universe at large, as you travel to new planets that are generated around you, and when you leave them, they degenerate. So, if you use a mining tool to blast a section of the planet, perhaps draw a giant penis on the ground, I would just assume that it was what someone would do. Once you leave the planet and fly away, the game will once again disassemble the planet behind you. These types of changes, digging caves, drawing dongs, will not be visible to other players if they happen to visit the planet, as Murray told the game. Zone, whatever. Changes that the player makes are saved locally, Murray explains. So if you start destructing the terrain, that's saved on your own machine, and if you try and make what we would consider really significant changes, some of those changes are stored on the server, along with discoveries that you make, but in general, a lot of what you're doing is considered insignificant. If you kill a creature, we scratch that. We save that, that's happened, but we don't feel the need to kill the creature for everybody. So it sounds like you'll be able to revisit and view the dongs you've drawn, even if there's no one else that can see them. That's pretty fucking sweet, guys. So I could draw penises all across the planets, go back to them at my heart's content, and be like, aha, I did that, but no one else is going to fucking see it. Up yours. That's pretty cool, guys. That is pretty sweet. Okay, moving on, guys. This is a pretty lengthy video, guys. There's quite a lot to touch on. Is there intelligent life on No Man's Sky? Yes, you encounter intelligent aliens in buildings and outposts on the surface of some planets, as well as in space stations in orbit. Naturally, you won't be able to speak their language, at least not at first, and picking a response during a conversation will begin with some guesswork. Guess wrong and you may anger them. But the more encounters you have with a particular alien species, the more of their language you learn. You can also pick up the language by finding and examining monoliths on the surface of some planets. The better you become at communicating, the stronger your relationship will become with these alien factions, and the more lucrative your trading will be. So basically, guys, get out there, start learning all the languages, and you can start earning some pretty fucking sweet loot. That's pretty much it for that question, guys. Cool, moving on. What sort of missions and quests will there be? There won't be traditional quests or missions in the No Man's Sky, according to Sean Murray. When we spoke to him, we talked about the unconvincing nature of NPCs in games in general. They sit outside their shop day and night. It doesn't seem to matter. They don't seem to be aware of what's going on. You will come up to them and you will be drenched in blood, and they will still just talk to you, charity to you. You know, the idea of fetched quests in a game that wants you to keep moving on to new worlds rather than returning to one that you've already seen just didn't seem to fit. Instead, aliens will trade with you and give you new technology rather than send you on your repetitive errands too. So this is basically quoted from Murray and what he basically said. So we are kind of, in a way, space chickens. It would be easy for us to do, fetch quests, but it feels like it's such a wasted opportunity, and it feels like that's kind of something that the other games do far better. That suits other games far more. So, yeah, guys, there's going to be no quests. There's going to be no missions in this game. It's just going to be go along, explore the planets, get everything you need to get. It's going to be pretty fucking sweet. Will there be DLC within No Man's Sky? When we asked Sean Murray about his post-launch agenda, he said there weren't any plans for any DLC, but Hello Games would continue to update No Man's Sky after release. This is to be accepted, guys, to kind of fix any bugs, maybe if there's any games. Because this game is that big, guys, they don't really know the size of the game themselves. So they don't know what's out there, so there could be lots of bugs. So, yeah, it's crazy. In fact, the third update is already being worked on before the game has even come out. So, exactly my point, guys. So, and this won't be the last of bug fixes and stuff like this. So, yeah, it's pretty damn crazy, guys. Okay, so this is the last and final question, guys. Is there a story in No Man's Sky? There is no real story in No Man's Sky. There's nothing, guys. There's no story. There is a world building and lore. However, there will be consistency to alien languages that you'll learn to recognize, as well as to design of the building and ships of each alien race, which should help the universe. Even a massive and procedure generated one feel not entirely random. So, guys, that is pretty much it. What I can touch upon on No Man's Sky so far, what has been announced, what there is, what's going to come to the game, and what we know. So basically, that's it, guys. I can't wait for this game. We've got about 3 and a bit weeks, guys, till this game gets released. The game, No Man's Sky, officially was set to release on August 9th in the US, and it will get released anywhere else, mainly in Europe as well, on the 10th of August. So, guys, please leave a like. Please tell me what you're really looking forward to in No Man's Sky. I bet a lot of you are looking forward to a lot of things. I'm looking forward to just exploring and blowing up some alien ships and just getting myself some gold, boys and girls. So, yeah. Please leave a like, guys. Please comment on the video. And please subscribe to the channel, guys. That's it, guys, for this video today. This is S.D.D signing off, and I'll see you on the next No Man's Sky video, guys. Take care.